Morning, even afternoon, Timthetatman 2, Just Chatting Podcast. Version me, we got a banger for you today, baby. I'm an old man. I grew up with video games. I saw the development from something like the Nintendo to Gamecube to Xbox, PlayStation, etc. What we got for you here is my ranking on those gaming consoles and what I think are some of the best and what I think were some of the worst. Be sure to drop a like on this, share it with a friend if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, Timthetatman 2, hit the sub button, ring the bell. Be sure to tell somebody you love them as well, okay? I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, video game console tier list, baby. Okay, 3DS. I can't think of any games that I played on this, bro. I'm trying to remember if I played it. Which Pokemon was on this? That'll be my tell for these Game Boy ones. I remember playing, obviously, the original and Game Boy Color, and even that one. XY. I don't think I played. Wait. No, I don't think I played that. Okay. I actually remember playing the original PSP. I can't exactly remember what game I played, but I remember when it came out because it was supposed to like compete with Game Boy and stuff like that and kind of be like, oh, this is way better. It's B for me, dude. Listen, if you like the PSP, I'm glad. But like for me, I wasn't huge on those games and I don't play them a ton, to be honest with you. And they're okay. But like, I didn't love it, but I would rather just play a console game if I'm honest with you, bro. It was cool that I could play games like that in my hand, but I didn't like the way I played. Okay, this was the second PSP, correct? Because this one I have not played. Second PSP right here, right? The Vista. Okay, listen, Atari. Okay. Was the game Tempest on Atari? This is a bit older than me, these two. Now, here's what I'm gonna say about the Atari. All right. This is the reason that we're all here. And I think that we deserve to respect the legacy that we are looking at when we stare at the Atari. Okay, the Atari, the reality is that the Atari, I want to make sure I'm 100% right here. Atari was the very, very first gaming console ever, correct? I want to make sure I'm right because I remember Pong and Atari, and this was a bit before me, which I think is why I'm asking. I think, okay, you guys are saying no. Okay, what was first? Kind of. What? Now you guys are confusing me. Doesn't matter, don't care. Atari wins. Okay. Here's what I would say. Atari was kind of the original that kind of brought us in gaming together. I think that's a fair sentence. And because of that, I'm going to put Atari at A. Now, obviously, am I going to sit down and play Pong in 2021? No. Okay. Sega Genesis. All right. Here's what I will say about the Sega Genesis. I enjoyed it. It is a good console. I enjoyed playing Sonic on it. But as soon as I got a Nintendo, I stopped playing my Sega. I will say that. So for that, I'm gonna go B with the Sega Genesis. You guys think I'm too high or I'm too low on this? What do you think? That's an L? I think this is perfect. Actually, it might be C. This is what started all. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna go C actually. It's too low. Listen, boomer, okay? Listen, you know what this really comes down to? Okay, I was too young to watch and play Sega Genesis, okay? And it's not my fault that you're old, okay? And you played a lot of Sega Genesis, okay? It's not my fault. Sega Genesis is a C tier gaming console. I won't be told otherwise. C tier. Nintendo beat it in every way, shape, and form. Moving on. Moving on. It's my list. This was like, oh, this was late 2000s. I don't think I used this, guys. And I don't want to lie and I don't want to disrespect you because a lot of you were saying this is S tier and I don't remember it. So I don't think I did. Here's the thing for me. Once I turned 13, I really locked in on PC gaming, but I don't think I played that. I don't think I had one. Gotta move on. Okay, but I will say, just for the comments and everyone's saying this is like an S tier thing, but I can't say I didn't use it, so I can't do it. I can't do it. Are they missing one? Hey, chat, where's the Game Boy Advance, bro? They're missing the Game Boy Advance, aren't they? Because color, it was original, color, advanced, SP. They're missing one. Okay, that explains my confusion here. All right, here's what I'm doing with these Game Boys. Okay. To be honest with you, Game Boy was one of my favorite console, like handheld consoles I'd ever played. Original Game Boy, easily. Okay. Do you guys, I mean, the original Game Boy, I remember sitting in my bed. Do you guys remember those lights that you would get? So you could, what was it? So it was like a light so you could see your screen because you're playing at night and you can't see everything. You guys remember that? Homie, that was me every single night with my Game Boy trying to stay up late and play games on it. I played the shit out of every Pokemon on this thing. But I liked the color more. Color and playing Pokemon Yellow on the color, bro, I have some of the best and fondest memories of on my guys. Some of you might not understand this, bro, because you have all these smartphones and shit now. But when I was younger, you didn't have a smartphone to entertain you on the bus, right? I had a Game Boy Color and Pokemon, and I just sat there and I played on my bus on my way to school and on my way back from school, and I would try and catch Pokemon, and I would fight with my friends with the little link thing on the bus. It's like unforgettable for me. All of these Game Boys, and I'm putting the SP up here too as well, because obviously with the backlit screen and that whole thing, it changed the game. Game Boys for me were a huge part of my gaming upbringing. That's one thing I'll say. I would play for hours on end. I would sit there and just have this handheld thing and play a ton of games. Not just Pokemon, but obviously Pokemon was kind of the goated game, if you will, on Game Boy. And guys, I know Zelda, but I really crushed Pokemon. I need an S+. Okay. Gamecube. Man. I played the shit out of my Gamecube S+. Gamecube, man, there's a couple consoles that, like, I had a lot of consoles. There were some consoles that I used for a little bit and kind of stopped playing, and there were other consoles that I used very, very, very religiously, and the Gamecube was one that I played every single day. N64 right behind it, bro. I'll never forget getting my N64 for a present. James Bond 007. Here's what I'll say. I am putting N64 S tier, and here's why. Up until the point of the N64, because obviously the N64 was well before the GameCube, these graphics are what really started to kind of push the envelope. I think that's a fair statement. Up until this point, you had what? You had Super Nintendo, you had Sega Genesis, you had kind of a base, and then the N64 kind of pushed the graphics, and we're like, all right, you know, what can we do to make this a bit better, kind of a thing. I got Pokemon Stadium for my birthday, and I played it before I got on my bus, and I plugged in, I think I was using Pokemon Red or Blue or something at the time, and I just remember trying to figure it out, bro. I had no idea what I was doing, but I loved it. This might be a hot take for some of you. This is my list. Okay. Original Nintendo, I did not play a ton, but I will admit it was the base for the Super Nintendo, which I played a shit ton. So for that, I am putting the original Nintendo at A, and Super Nintendo for me, it's not at this level. It's just not. It's not at the point. I remember playing GameCube and N64 and just like being like, holy shit. But Super Nintendo, I played a ton. I mean, dude, I would sneak up to my grandma's second floor. She had like this little game room up there. I would sneak up there and play Mortal Kombat by myself when I was like 5. And then they'd come up and yell at me. They'd be like, Timmy, and I'm just sitting there playing Mortal Kombat, like, finish him. And I'm like, yeah, get him. So like every single time I went over to my grandma's house, they'd find me like up in that little room, just like playing Mortal Kombat at 5 years old. And I'm like Scorpion. I'm like, get over here. And I'm like, but I did like the N64 and the GameCube more. I'm trying to think of games I actually played on the original PlayStation. If I'm honest, I played more on the PlayStation 2. Tekken, yeah, I definitely played that. If I'm honest with you, I didn't like the original PlayStation that much, to be completely honest. I like B, bro. That's where I'm going with it. I like B. Here's what I'll say about the original PlayStation. Obviously, it was kind of the start. I mean, it is the start of the original PlayStation, the line. I enjoyed the games, but it's... Actually, wait, bro. Was Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation? Oh, God, I can't put that there. I have to put it up at A. I have to, bro. I played the shit out of that. I forgot about Final Fantasy VII. I literally would sit there. Yeah, okay. It was a good console. It was a good console, but it's not... Here's the problem, man. PlayStation 2 was a million times better. And I think all of us can agree with that. So it's like, it was a solid console, but I wanted to do justice to PS2. That's kind of what I guess I would say. All right, PS2. Can I tell you guys up front, chat, I'm more of an Xbox guy. I'm just so you guys know, I'm not going like between C or B or anything. I'm going between S and S plus. I'm gonna go S. I'm not gonna go S plus. For me, if I'm completely honest with you, chat, I don't think I ever actually owned a PlayStation 2. But my buddy who was down the street had PlayStation 2. My dad wouldn't buy me one. And my buddy who had PlayStation 2 lived down the street. And so I'd go to his house and I'd play with him all the time. So, I am going to put an S tier though. S tier. All right. PS3. You know, comments, mad, not mad. I think it doesn't get me hard. It's like, who cares? I mean, it's middle of the pack. It's like, it's not, I don't not like it. But it's like, okay, it's there. I think B is fair. I know that, here's what I'll say. I didn't play a ton of the PS4, but I know that it was a lot better than the PS3. Does that mean I immediately put it at A? A? I'm gonna go A with it. It's better than the PS3, but in my opinion, it's not as good as the PS2 was. It doesn't, here's what I'll say about the Nintendo Switch. Like, what games does it really have that are like headliners? They're like, oh shit, I gotta play this. Like, what games do they have? They have what? Zelda? Let me think here. Zelda, Smash, the Pokemon games, Sword and Shield. I'll give it Diablo. It does have fucking Diablo on it. I forgot about that. Damn it. Animal Crossing. I never played Animal Crossing, so that doesn't really mean anything to me. Fortnite Poggers, boys. I mean, I don't play this that much. I do think it's a solid console, though. I think I'm just gonna go B with it. It's not an A tier for me. I'm sorry. It's my list. My fucking list. It's my fucking list. I did not like the Wii U. But to be fair, I didn't really like the fucking Wii either. I just kind of hated everything about it. Is this my D? Is this the D, chat? Here's what I'll ask you, chat. Do you think the Wii U or the Wii was worse? I agree. I think the Wii U is worse than the Wii. I gotta go D with this thing. If I'm completely honest with you, I think I held this thing one time and then put it down and never picked it up again. I swear to God, I played like one game on it and I was like, yeah, that was a bad investment. And then that was about it. But here's what I'm gonna say about the Wii. Okay. The only person that I know that still has a Wii and regularly plays it is my grandmother. So because of that, and for that thought, the Wii is going into the C category for me. Okay. It was a good attempt. I respect what they did. It was a good effort. It was just not it for me. I didn't care about bowling. I didn't care about it. I was like, okay, the Wii's a C tier console for me, bro. Hey, you can say that's an L. This is my list. What games you playing on the Wii, bro? Wii Sports, right? That's it. That's all you can do. You can bowl and kind of swing a baseball bat. And even with me, I tried to find the laziest way to do it. I'd lay on the couch sideways and try and flick my wrist. C tier. Suck my ass. Moving on. Original Xbox. Oh, this one's gonna get you guys going because I don't fucking care about Halo that much. For me, it's my list. The original Xbox is a B. It's a B tier console. Wasn't bad. Wasn't that great. I didn't love it. I didn't play Halo. I know a lot of you love it. I didn't really play Halo. I played Counter-Strike more than I played Halo on my computer. It's just what I did. Xbox 360. The hottest take I'm gonna have right here. Okay, I'm trolling. You're right. I'm trolling. Okay, Xbox 360 is an S tier, S plus console. This is, when I think of consoles that I played, if I could actually look at how many hours I put into consoles, Xbox 360 is the most I've ever played a console. And this is a fact, and I will not be told otherwise. The Xbox 360, still to this day, we are in 2021. The Xbox 360 had the best menu and party system of any console that we have ever played ever. Still to this day, it's 2021 and it's still better. One of the downsides is obviously the red ring of death, which I'm sure everyone here experienced. But honestly, I think it makes the Xbox 360 just be, you know, a little more, just a little better, you know, just a little friendly reminder that not everything's perfect. Just like, you know, even though the Xbox 360 is the perfect console, not everything is perfect. Okay, two left. Xbox One. Xbox One is not on the 360 level for me. I didn't really play a ton of the Xbox One. One thing I want to make sure I'm right here. Xbox One, PS4, that was the same timeline, correct? Okay. With that in mind, I'm just going to throw it in the same level as a PS4 because for me, there wasn't really, I had both of these. I had the PS4 and I had the Xbox One, and neither was really better than the other for me. I was kind of like, and that's just, I didn't play a ton of them, so it was like, I was like, okay, well, it's nice to have. Okay, Dreamcast, the final one. I did not play a lot on my Dreamcast, but there is one game that I vividly remember, and that was Phantasy Star Online. It was like an MMORPG that was like almost one of the first ones I ever played on a console, where you had a class and you kind of, you plug it into the internet and you try and play online. I will never, ever forget playing Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast. But if I'm completely honest with you, in my opinion, it wasn't that good of a console. I am gonna put it B tier. I like it more than the fucking Wii. I did. As far as my memories go, I enjoyed playing Dreamcast more than I enjoyed playing the Wii. So this list for me, this is my list. This is my console list. This is what I enjoyed. And you know, at the end of the day, chat, you know, we have this, what was the name of this? The video game console tier list. I do actually think that this is the best video game console tier list that I can make with my opinion on it. But if I'm completely honest with you, at the end of the day, PC Master Race. So I built my first computer when I was 13 and I barely looked at consoles after that. So, and that's just facts. PC's better. So suck my ass.